Galaxies are vast kingdoms of stars. Some are giant balls, and others complex spirals, but they never stop changing.
While it may seem when we look out at our galaxy that our galaxy is static and been here forever, it's not. Our galaxy is a dynamic place. Its very nature has been changing over cosmic time.
Galaxies not only change, they also move. And sometimes they collide into each other. And when they do, one will consume the other.
There's a zoo of galaxies that you can find out there, and this entire zoo can interact or collide with any of the other members of the zoo.
This is NGC 2207. It looks like an enormous double spiral galaxy, but it's actually two galaxies colliding. The collision will last millions of years, and eventually the two galaxies will become one. Collisions like this happen all over the universe. Our own Milky Way is no exception.
The Milky Way is in fact a cannibal, and it exists in its present form by having cannibalized small galaxies that it literally ate up. And today we can see small streams of stars that are left over from the most recent mergers that have formed the Milky Way galaxy.
But that's nothing compared to what lies in the future. We're on a collision course with the galaxy Andromeda, and for the Milky Way, that's not good.
Our Milky Way galaxy is approaching Andromeda at the rate of about 250,000 miles per hour, which means that in 5 to 6 billion years, it's all over for the Milky Way galaxy.
You would see the entire Andromeda galaxy speeding towards us, really barreling straight into us. As the two galaxies interact, they both become more and more disturbed and closer together, and the whole process starts to snowball.
The two galaxies will enter a death dance.
This is a simulation of the future collision, speeded up millions of times. As the galaxies crash together, clouds of gas and dust are thrown out in all directions. Gravity from the merging galaxies rips stars from their orbits and flings them deep into space.
As we approach doomsday for the Milky Way galaxy, it would be spectacular. We would have a front row seat on the destruction of our own galaxy. Eventually, the two galaxies will go right through each other and then come back and then coalesce.
It's strange, but the stars themselves won't collide. They're still too far apart.
All of the stars are basically just going to pass right by each other. The probability of one individual star hitting another individual star are basically zero.
However, the gas and dust between the stars will start to heat up. Eventually, it ignites, and the clashing galaxies will glow white hot.
So at a certain point, the sky could be on fire.
The Milky Way and Andromeda as we know it will cease to exist, and Milkomeda will be born, and it will look like a whole new galaxy.
This new galaxy, Milkomeda, will become a huge elliptical galaxy, without any arms or spiral shape. There's no escaping what's going to happen. The question is, what does it mean for planet Earth?
We may either be thrown out into outer space when the arms of the Milky Way galaxy are ripped apart, or we could wind up in the stomach of this new galaxy.
Stars and planets will be pushed all over the place. So this may well be the end of planet Earth. Galaxies all over the universe will continue to collide. But there will also be an end to this age of galactic cannibalism. The galaxies are home to stars, solar systems, planets, and moons. Everything that's important happens in galaxies.
Galaxies are the lifeblood of the universe. We arose because we live in a galaxy. And everything we can see and everything that matters to us in the universe happens within galaxies.
But the truth is, galaxies are delicate structures, held together by dark matter. Now, scientists have found another force at work in the universe. It's called dark energy. Dark energy has the opposite effect of dark matter. Instead of binding galaxies together, it pushes them apart.
The dark energy, which we've only discovered in the last decade, which is the dominant stuff in the universe, is far more mysterious. We don't have the slightest idea why it's there.
What it's made from, we don't really know. We know it's there, but we don't really know what it is or what it's doing.
Dark energy is really weird. It's as if space has little springs in it, which are causing things to repel each other and push them apart.
Far in the future, scientists think that dark energy will win the cosmic battle with dark matter, and that victory will start to drive galaxies apart.
Dark energy is going to kill galaxies off. It's going to do that by causing all the galaxies to recede further and further away from us until they're invisible, until they're moving away from us faster than the speed of light. So the rest of the universe will literally disappear before our very eyes. Not today, not tomorrow, but in perhaps 1 trillion years, the rest of the universe will have disappeared.
Galaxies will become lonely outposts in deep space. But that's not going to happen for a very, very long time. For now, the universe is thriving, and galaxies are creating the right conditions for life to exist.
Without galaxies, I wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be here, perhaps life itself wouldn't be here.
We're extremely fortunate. Life has only evolved on Earth because our tiny solar system was born in the right part of the galaxy. If we were any closer to the center, we wouldn't be here.
At the center of a galaxy, life can be extremely violent. And in fact, if our solar system were closer to the center of our galaxy, it'd be so radioactive that we couldn't exist at all.
Too far away from the center would be just as bad. Out there aren't as many stars. We might not exist at all.
So in some sense, we are in the Goldilocks zone of the galaxy. Not too close, not too far, but just right.
Scientists believe that this galactic Goldilocks zone might contain millions of stars. So there may be other solar systems that can support life here in our own galaxy. And if our galaxy has a habitable zone, then other galaxies could too.
The universe is immense, and the amazing thing is that we're always discovering more.
Every time we think we know the answer to one problem, we find it's embedded in a much bigger problem. And that's exciting.
There are endless questions to ask and mysteries to solve in our own galaxy the Milky Way, and in galaxies all across the universe.
10 years ago, who would have thought that we'd be able to identify the black hole at the center? Who would have thought 10 years ago that the astronomical community would believe in dark matter and dark energy?
More and more, scientific research is concentrating on galaxies. They hold the key to how the universe works.
We should be amazed to live at this time, here at a random time in the history of the universe, on a random planet, at the outskirts of a random galaxy, where we can ask questions and understand things from the beginning of the universe to the end. We should celebrate our brief moment in the sun.
Galaxies are born, they evolve, they collide, and they die. Galaxies are the superstars of the scientific world. And even the scientists who study them have their favorites.
The Whirlpool Galaxy, or M51.
I kind of like the Sombrero Galaxy if I had to put one on a wall.
The Sombrero Galaxy, ring galaxies, they're just beautiful to look at.
My favorite galaxy is the Milky Way galaxy. It's my true home.
We're lucky that the Milky Way provides the right conditions for us to live. Our destiny is linked to our galaxy and to all galaxies. They made us, they shape us, and our future is in their hands.